in this meeting. Tetri is joining us with the details. And Tetri, we saw the meetings not just in the India bloc but also in the NDA bloc of the meetings on how the process will go on sensitizing the MPs, because they do know that numbers may be favoring the NDA, but it's more than just the numbers. It's also the bigger political messaging that goes out, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. 2 days workshop was also held for the NDA MPs. The reason being that there are many MPs, who will be participating in this process for the first time. And if we talk about vice presidential elections, then the elections of the vice presidents that are held, that are quite different from the normal elections that are held, because it contains ballot paper, and it is not just that you have to stamp or tick only on the one candidate. There is a sequence in which the MP have to tick. So if suppose A candidate he has to tick, and then the B candidate according to his preference, and that is why here the transfer of vote becomes very important. If we talk about the number game, excluding all those seats, that are 7 seats from Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, excluding all those seats, then the total number of seats will be 781 if we talk about the number game, and 391 will be the magic number. And as of now, when we are talking about the magic number, definitely the NDA is getting the numbers above the magic number. The reason being that yes, it has more MPs, and the parties who are not also the allies of the NDA, they are also supporting the candidate of the NDA. Yes. And apart from that, also we have been seeing that how there are several MPs also, in fact the polling agent Shrikant Shinde, who yesterday in fact hinted at the fact that there is a high possibility of the NDA candidate CP Radhakrishnan getting more numbers than expected. That means he was hinting towards the cross-voting. And if cross-voting happens, then definitely it will be very interesting to see, because in history this is for the first time that both the candidates for vice presidential post are from the south. So that's a southern push, first time given from India bloc as well and from the NDA as well, putting in forward the candidates
that's going to be playing out, and in just hours from now we'll have the answers. But as of now, as they stand, it could be an easy victory for the NDA. But as they say, it's not over until it's over. So we're going to wait and watch. But let's talk about the process of how the vice president is actually picked. The MPs will be participating in the polls, and they are the ones who will be picking the vice president. Like we said, it's from an electoral college of the Lok Sabha as well as the Rajya Sabha MPs who will be participating to vote for the next vice president of the country. The voting is done via a pink-colored ballot paper, and each of these ballot papers also is printed with 2 columns. So there are 2 columns that each of these ballot papers will have. One is, of course, for the name, while the other one is for the order of preference. So the voter will list the order of preference of the candidates. The voter will mark the ballot with specific details that have been provided, the specific pen that is provided for the same. So they will pick whether it's going to be, I would say, Radhakrishnan, or whether it is going to be Justice Reddy. So that's the decision that the MPs will be making shortly from now, and India will get its next vice president. But the last 5 VP elections have also witnessed some of the closest fights and also some of the most emphatic victories in the VP elections. In fact, if you remember, Jagdeep Dhankar's victory in the previous VP election also saw the biggest victory margin in the last 6 elections. Let's take a look at history, what has happened previously in the vice presidential elections. We all remember, of course, what happened during Jagdeep Dhankar's election. Let's talk about what happened in 2022. The NDA candidate, of course, being Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar, and he had a big victory. The vote share was 74.37%. So it was a big victory. Again, this was a case where the India bloc had also fielded a candidate, but it wasn't much of a contest at all. Even previously, in 2017 as well, Venkaiah Naidu had been fielded by the NDA. His vote share was 67.89. He, of course, went on to become the vice president of the country. But let's dial back to what happened before that, which is before the Modi era in politics really began, where after he took over as the Prime Minister. Back in 2012, when it was the UPA in power, Hamid Ansari, the previous vice president, had won again with a vote share of 67.31. So he had a very comfortable victory. Previous to that, Hamid Ansari again having a vote share of 60.5. So this is how the voting had taken place previously. If we dial back to what happened in 2002, Bhairav Singh Shekhawat as well having over 59% vote share. So this is how the voting has taken place previously at the vote percentage. So it's not been a very, very close contest per se, especially in the recent times. It has been a very clear edge to the NDA now over the past 3 times. So let's talk about how there have been VP elections that have witnessed some major landslide victories as well. On the other hand, there have also been relatively close contests, although even in the closest ever, the difference was nearly of 150 votes. So it's not too much of a close vote. But let's talk about the closest fights that have taken place as well, which were the closest contests in the history of the vice presidential elections. Let's talk about what happened with the highest margins as well. In 1992, the winner was K.R. Narayanan. And look at the vote share. So it was all the MPs coming together with the vote share being 99.86%. This has to be by far the highest vote percentage in the vice presidential elections. Apart from that, back in 1962 as well, Zakir Hussain, who was an independent candidate then, had been backed by almost all parties, getting a vote share of 97.59%. Before that as well, in 1974, B.D. Jetty as well getting 78.70%. If we dial back decades before on what really happened in the country. Now, let's get you more breaking updates coming in through the day. Of course, we'll get you the updates of what's happening in the voting process. But for the moment, we're shifting our attention now to more breaking updates now coming in.